Welcome back to the channel, US Rare Coins News, Top 1. Today we are holding a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but the 2010 D Gold $1 is full of surprises that can make it a collector's favorite. At first, it's small, shiny, and easy to overlook. Yet this coin isn't just currency, it's a piece of history, and some of these coins are surprisingly valuable, especially if they have unique features or rare errors. Stick around, because I'm going to show you exactly what to look for, the features that make it special, and how much one of these coins can fetch in today's market. Hold it up to the light. Instantly, you notice the golden sheen. The obverse features President Dwight D. Eisenhower, or wait, for 2010 gold dollars. It's the Sacagawea design, smooth and modern, her flowing hair and eagle on the reverse. The detail is crisp, and collectors pay attention to that clarity, because it can mean a higher grade and higher value. Tilt the coin slowly. The light catches the edges. Circulated coins are usually dull or show wear, but these coins are often sold in brilliant uncirculated condition, and that shine is part of what makes them appealing. Notice how the lettering is sharp, the eagle's wings detailed, and the date clear. Flip it over. Close-up on the reverse shows Sacagawea carrying her infant son, John Baptiste, with that golden luster. Details like the feathers of the eagle, the folds in her clothing, and the smoothness of the background are what collectors examine when grading a coin. Look for the mint mark. The D indicates it was minted in Denver. Mint mark plus condition often determines rarity and value. Some collectors specifically hunt for these D mint marks in uncirculated gold dollars because they are less common than their Philadelphia counterparts. Here's where it gets really interesting. Some 2010 D gold dollars show minor die errors or subtle doubling in letters or numbers. These variations are not flaws, they're unique identifiers that make a coin stand out from the millions minted. Spotting one can instantly make your coin more desirable. Zoom in further. Examine the eagle on the reverse. Notice the fine feathers, the curves of the wings, and the clarity of the lettering. Even small imperfections, or rare variations, can affect value dramatically. Consider market value. Most circulated 2010 D gold dollars may be worth a few dollars above face value, but uncirculated coins with full luster and sharp details often sell for $30 to $50. Coins with notable errors, proof finishes, or high-grade condition can go even higher at auction. Imagine opening a roll of modern coins and spotting this gold dollar. The color, the shine, the crisp details, it catches your eye, and suddenly, you realize you might have a coin that's worth more than you expected. So I have to ask, do you own any modern gold dollars? Or is there a coin you've always dreamed of adding to your collection? Let me know in the comments. To wrap up, the 2010 D gold $1 may look small, but it carries history, craftsmanship, and for collectors who know what to look for, real value. Study the mint mark, the detail, and the condition, because coins that seem ordinary often hide the most interesting surprises. Top 2. Today we are holding a coin that dates back nearly 200 years, a piece of American history you might not believe still exists, the 1825 to 1829 gold $1. At first glance, it's small, golden, and almost delicate, but this coin carries stories from the early days of the United States Mint. Some of these coins are incredibly rare, and collectors will pay big money for certain dates, mint marks, or varieties. Stick with me, because I'm going to show you the details that make this coin special, the rare errors you might spot, and the market value these coins can reach. Hold the coin up to the light. Notice the obverse, a classic Liberty head, with flowing hair and that sharp, confident look. Around the edge, the word Liberty arcs gracefully, and the date sits at the bottom. The detail here is remarkable for a coin almost 2 centuries old. Tilt it slowly. The gold shines differently depending on the angle. Circulated coins will show wear, but even a worn $1,825 to $1,829 still has character. Uncirculated examples, though, have a glow and crisp details that make collectors' eyes light up. Flip it over. The reverse shows a wreath surrounding the denomination, $1. Look closely at the leaves, the berries, the tiny lines in the engraving. Weak strikes or flattened areas are common, but a sharply struck coin is much rarer. Here's where it gets fascinating. Some coins from these years have subtle die variations or tiny misprints, letters slightly doubled, numbers faintly off-center, or even small die cracks. Spotting one of these can instantly make a coin more valuable. Zoom in further. Examine the wreath and lettering. On high-grade examples, the lines are crisp, edges clean, and every tiny detail pops. Collectors look for these details because they distinguish a standard coin from one worth thousands at auction. Consider history. These coins were minted during a time when the United States was still young, gold dollars were new, and the economy was evolving. Holding one connects you directly to the era of early American commerce. Market value varies. A circulated 1825 to 1829 gold dollar might fetch a few $1,000s, depending on date and condition. Uncirculated coins or rare varieties have sold for tens of thousands at auction. The difference between a worn example and a pristine, high-grade coin is astonishing. Imagine opening an old collection and spotting a gold coin from the 1820s, its shine still intact, details sharp, maybe even with a rare mint mark. Suddenly, what looks like a small coin is a treasure from American history. So I have to ask, do you own any early American gold coins? Or is there a coin you've always dreamed of adding to your collection? Drop your answers in the comments. I want to hear your stories. To wrap up, the 1825 to 1829 gold $1 is more than just currency. It's a piece of history, a work of art, and for collectors who know what to look for, a highly sought-after treasure. Study the mint marks, examine the details, and keep an eye out for rare errors, because these coins often hide their most interesting secrets. Top 3. Today we are holding a coin that's older than the United States itself, a piece of history you might not believe still exists, the 1789 to 1797 gold $1. At first glance, it looks small, worn, and delicate, but this coin was among the very first gold dollars ever minted in America. Some of these coins are incredibly rare, and collectors pay huge sums to own a piece of this early American history. Stick around, because I'm going to show you what makes this coin so special, the subtle variations and errors to look for, and how much one could sell for at auction. Hold the coin up. Instantly, you notice the obverse, a classic Liberty head, engraved with elegance and care, a design that connects us directly to the earliest days of the United States Mint. The word Liberty arcs above, and the date sits at the bottom, tiny details that make a huge difference for collectors. Tilt the coin in the light. Notice the gold's subtle shine. Even worn examples show the artistry of early minting. Uncirculated coins, though rare, have a soft, lustrous glow that's difficult to find. Every line, every curve on the coin tells a story from over 2 centuries ago. Flip it over. The reverse is just as fascinating, a wreath encircling the denomination, $1. Examine the leaves, the berries, and the spacing of the lettering. Some coins from this period have slight die cracks or variations in the design, which can instantly make a coin more valuable. Look closely at the edges and lettering. Subtle differences, faint doubling of letters, or misaligned numbers were sometimes accidental, but for collectors, these tiny errors are treasures. Finding one of these can turn a rare coin into a significant find. Think about history. This coin was minted at a time when the United States was a newborn nation. Gold dollars were newly introduced, and each coin was carefully struck by hand. Holding one of these coins is like holding a moment in early American commerce. Market value is astonishing. A typical circulated coin from this era can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Coins in excellent condition, or with rare variations, have been known to reach hundreds of thousands at auction. These aren't just coins, they're investments in history combined. Imagine discovering one in an old collection, its gold still gleaming, details sharp, maybe with a rare die variety. What seems like a small coin becomes a tangible link to the founding era of America. So I have to ask, do you own any early American gold coins? Or is there a coin you've always dreamed of adding to your collection? Let me know in the comments. To wrap up, the 1789 to 1797 gold $1 is more than currency. It's a work of art, a piece of history, and for collectors who know what to look for, an extraordinary treasure. Examine the details, check for rare errors, and appreciate the story behind every curve and line. If you want to explore more coins that are historic, rare, and valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the next video on your screen.